We call head part called as scolex because scolex have a very diverse of morphology. So you have to check the scolex morphology first, and then you see another organs like this. So we have three type of segments. One is immature and mature and gravid. The immature means the segment growing from the neck. So in anterior part, they are growing, so we call it immature. And next, in order, they will grow like others. So we recommend they have a reproductive organ. So one key point of the differentiate from the trematode, they don't have any digestive organ. They have the cestode. One is unsegmented cestode. Also, we can misunderstand about this form as a trematode. But you can see they don't have ventral sucker here and any the oral sucker. So we can say this is cestoda. And another thing is very typical form of the cestode, which means segmented many in their body. So here, this is the scolex of the cestode. So here you can differentiate first as a scolex. So they have sometimes have tentacles like this, and they have four suckers here, and sometimes they have just a slit, longitudinal line, and also have some small suckers and look like a leaf, and there are many different morphology. So usually the cestode parasitologists, they make the same picture for scolex because this is the best method to describe the scolex morphology. But for this, you need very fresh parasite because when you freezer the fish, here will be deformed and many shrink. So even you take a same, it's useless. So this is Tapulobosurium japonense from the pipe fungus, this fish from the intestine. So as you can see, they are white and very long body with the scolex. When you take the cestode from the intestine, you have to be very careful because sometimes, usually, the scolex are very small. So when you attach, you maybe miss the scolex. But as I told before, the scolex is very important. So please be careful. So here, something here, you have a scolex. This is the proglective, so they are solid body, so you can just take by forceps. But here, I tried my best, but I failed to keep the scolex. So in this case, I have to find the scolex very hard time to find them. And they are so tiny, maybe even you find and you keep in the vial, sometimes you cannot find where is it. So you have to be very careful to them. And this is another cestode. You can see the outside of the stomach have something like bubble or capsule. So I take this cyst like this. So when cyst is leaked out, the larval cells came out. You can see this is the scolex, and they don't have the segmented because this is the larval cells, so this is not the other. So when you look the inside of the segment, you can see the reproductive organ. You can say, oh, this is other cestode. But in this case, you can see anything, and then we saw just one scolex, so we can say this is larval cestode. And this is another fish cestode. Fish. I took a picture in the fish market in Tanzania. So here there are many tiny silver fish in the market. Actually, Dr. Park working with this fish parasite. So when we see they are tiny, but we found something inside of their abdominal cavity. So this was the ligula. So it has very big larval cestode inside of their body. So you can see it's almost the same size of the fish, but it was hidden inside. But when it's going to bad situation, this is came out from the body. So this is the same method as trematode. And next we will move to the trematode. So trematode, this is one of the typical forms of the nematode, Ascaris lumbricoides. Actually, this is not a fish parasite. This is a human parasite. Anyway, in this picture, I want to show you how to you differentiate female and male. You can see they have a male, they have a rounded tail because they have a spicule like a penis in the human. So they want to protect their spicule, so they always round their tail like this. And female, they have a anus, and they don't round like this. So when you found few worms, and some has a round and some has just straight tail, you can differentiate and you can count separately. 3 male and 2 female like this. And for the nematode, usually we think male is more important than female because we measure the spicule and the shape of the spicule. This is very important key for the nematode. So when you have just few nematodes, you have to keep the male in the formalin for the identification. And also another important feature is the anterior part of the nematode. So here you can see many same pictures. They have a different shape. Sometimes they have something like fold and striated body, and sometimes they don't have any. Just they have 2 nodules, and sometimes they have a very interesting morphology. So with the anterior part, we can differentiate. And also, this tail part also can use as a key. And this is very common nematode, everyone knows. So we call this anisakis. They are many marine fish have this anisakis. They are rolled up inside, outside the tissue of the host. Usually they are on the mesentery, and sometimes they are just embedded in the liver. So under the microscope, you can see this is transparent body, and this is the key called anisakis. It's called ventriculus, as like human stomach. So when you have this part, you can say anisakis. And you can see they have no organs, nematode. Because the anisakis use the whales or the sea lion as a host, final host. So the fish will be the intermediate host as a whole larval nematode. So as you can see, also liver, they have the anisakis. Like this. And this is the unidentified lateral nematode. It has big body, almost 2 or 3 centimeters. So you can see how they move in, like this. Can you recognize female or male?
It's male, I think.
Male, yes, that's correct. So sometimes nematodes not in the intestine or stomach. They also embedded in the mesentery like this. You can see many nematodes together inside. So like this. So when you found this kind of big amount of nematodes, it takes many times. So we never know. We should open the fish first and check the situation, and we decide how many fish we will work on it. So next, this is the same method. And next, I will introduce Acanthocephala. This is the stony headed worm because